The weapons, the projectile weapons that you would see in Ireland in the 15th and 16th century and 17th century are things like arrows and muskets. This particular bow is what they call a knotty bow, and it's basically a small Irish hunting bow. You can see there's no real finesse. It's a piece of yew, and it's basically, they haven't taken the knots or anything like that out of it. And the projectiles they would use in this would be three main types. You have a barbed arrow, which when it goes in, it can't be pulled out. You have a standard arrow blade, and that would make quite a significant cut on the way through. And we have a bodkin. Now, this particular arrow head is designed specifically to defeat chainmail, and due to the little facets or the little corners, what it will do is it will actually find a small hole or gap in the chainmail, and it will open or break the little rivets that keep the links closed. And that is one of the main reasons why you would have the gabesson on underneath the chainmail, is that this will defeat the metal, but it will not go. It will generally not go through the gabesson as well at reasonable distances. Now, at close range, it may go through, but it's unlikely. Now, the chances are that you would still receive a small wound, but it wouldn't be as significant as if you were wearing nothing. As the arrow would come out with the bow, it would basically wriggle like this, and it would strike. The next type of projectile weapon would be the musket. This particular musket is called a sprung serpentine musket, and it uses a match cord to fire. Now, this is just a short piece of match. And the procedure would be that the powder would be carried separately to the projectile, which would be a ball or either be lead or a little bit of stone, and it would be carried in a small bag on your belt. The first thing you would do is you would take some powder and you'd pour it into your barrel. You would then reach for a small ball, you'd place it in the barrel. You would remove your scouring stick and you would ram it into the back of the barrel. You would then replace your scouring stick and you'd bring your weapon back to the front of your body. You would then take your flask and you'd pour some finer powder into the top of the barrel, into the hole. You would then take the match, which is burning, and you would place it in the serpentine. Now, this is a little bit slow, but you must remember that the technology that all armies are using are similar. Therefore, what's slow for you is slow for your enemy. I would now be ready to fire. The weapon would be pointed, held under the arm. It would then, the lever would be pulled. The burning match would touch the powder in the hole, would burn down into the barrel. The solid turns to gas, expands, and basically pushes the bullet or the ball out of the barrel. Now, these weapons have an effective range of about 40 to 60 yards. That'd be it. Anything over that, it starts to decrease. Its force starts to decrease quite rapidly because it's a round ball and the barrel is smooth. When the weapon is fired, a jet of flame about 6 to 18 inches will come out of the top of the barrel. And this is problematic. And these earlier muskets, you'll see that if you had any kind of rain, which we have quite a lot of in this country, you would have a tendency for the powder to get wet, get down into the barrel, and that's your shot ruined. If that happens, the only thing you can do is basically use your musket like a glorified club or an expensive club, and if you got a crack across the side of the head with this, you would that'd be the end of your day. But it is it's an earlier form of musket. Later on, the spring and those types of things and triggers are all internal to protect them. Then the touch hole is moved to the side on a little plate with a cover, and then you can close it and protect it somewhat from moisture. But the problem that you have with gunpowder is that it sucks the moisture out of the air, and if it stays in the gun for any length of time, it doesn't fire anymore. It separates basically the three components that make up the gunpowder, which we won't discuss on camera because we wouldn't want any students at Queen's producing their own explosives.